Alright, AKAPADers, time to put on the hat because we're talking America today. A forgotten comic book hero. An alternate history as dictated to me by Wikipedia. A character that I'm already fascinated in. I'm going to present to you Captain Confederacy. Let's go. And we are back, my AKAPADers. Now keep in mind, everything you're about to see is of the notion of forgotten comic book characters that did hit a level of the lexicon, of the culture, of the popularity. I will present to you a local news story profiling the creators of Captain Confederacy, and then I'm going to come back and tell you my plan of action with Captain Confederacy, because I cannot let go of this character for a couple reasons we're about to get into. So let's hit that news story. Peter A. DeLuca here, aka Pad69, the multiverse original, the pop culture pope, presenting to you a character that I know for a fact you never heard of, Captain Confederacy. Let's go.
Vince Stone and his newest comic book hero, Captain Confederacy. Stories ahead on Newswatch. A hero in the comic book world, and Captain Confederacy is the creation of local artist Vince Stone. Vince works for the same company that brought us Spider-Man and the Hulk, and he hopes the Captain will become just as popular. John Graham reports on this different type of comic book character.
To the casual observer, Vince Stone is a mild-mannered graphic artist. But behind closed doors, he becomes comic book man. Vince is the artist behind Captain Confederacy, a superheroine who lives in a world where the South seceded from the Union without a civil war. She's black and pregnant, making politics a big issue in her adventures. The comic book really isn't aimed at little kids, but Vince says there's still plenty of action.
I guess it's escapism somewhat. You get a chance to do things you wouldn't normally be able to do, live through your characters, kind of, relieve yourself from the mundane life we all lead. And also, it's just a lot of fun.
Working in a print shop does have its advantages. While Vince was waiting for the Captain Confederacy project to come through, he printed up his own comic book on the printing presses here.
Vince gets the scripts for the comic book from Will Shetterly, a writer in Minneapolis. He then draws the story in black and white. Color is added back in Minneapolis using a new computer process. In issue 4, Vince literally throws himself into his work. Vince hopes more adults will realize the potential in the comic book form.
There's still room for children, of course, but I think, the adults also want something. It's a lot cheaper to produce than a movie would or a television show. You can put all kinds of special effects in there at minimal cost. The audience is growing, I hope.
Captain Confederacy is only scheduled to run 4 issues, but Vince is hopeful Captain Confederacy will rise again. In Evansville, John Graham, Newswatch 14.
And a quick look at our breakfast forecast.
No Captain Crunch.
Patters! So guys, I'd like to do these presentation videos because it really highlights a lot of things of the comic book culture that are perfectly, amazingly forgotten. This is why I don't like channels like Cartoonist Kayfabe, Comics Pop, Comics Explain, Comic Historian, because they're just surface level jibber jabberers. They are liars, they're fake gurus, they're fake knowledgers. Now given Cartoonist Kayfabe does do some good mining, they did bring New York City Outlaws to my attention, and I am forever grateful for them for that reason, but realistically speaking, we know how I feel about Cartoonist Kayfabe. So, with all of that said, and without going down this road of if it's appropriate or not, to me, any work of art deserves attention, especially if it's in the world of comic books. And people, yes, I understand. We can no longer watch, or enjoy episodes of Dukes of Hazzard because of the Confederate flag. Now, ideas to my day-to-day practices I want to bring to you, and being open-minded about Captain Confederacy is a part of that path. I hope you join me on it, because we're going to do it. We will be reviewing and discussing and drawing live Captain Confederacy while I harangue some of the creators to potentially do a interview. That would be my goal. I love you guys. Rock and roll.